This little shit right here. This is why I'm not doing any VR right now. Because his mommy, Vana, in her infinite wisdom, decided that my bedroom floor was a nursery. So I don't want to risk doing any VR in here right now with this little one running around. She's like barely going on 4 weeks old now, and she's walking around. She's starting to eat food because she's getting that old to be weaned. I don't want to risk stepping on her because she is so itty bitty, little tiny and cute. Oh my god, this thing is so small. I didn't know they came in this size. I know Callie was small, but I didn't think they came in this size. Anyway, this is why I'm not doing any VR right now. Okay, on with the video. Okay, so since I'm not doing VR right now because I don't want to squish a certain kitty because he's so itty bitty and small. Thank God she's so small. I want to be extra careful of not accidentally stepping on her. So I'll be doing some other videos, potentially some stuff, more stuff with Final Fantasy, maybe some stuff with Fallout. I did watch some of the Fallout series and I thought it was pretty good. I agree with Critical Drinker and a lot of other reviewers. The show was definitely not woke. Some of the effects were a little weird. I know I can tell that it wasn't the highest budget offering, but they did a good job with what they had and what they didn't, and they definitely are fans of the franchise. They did a decent job with this, and I'm really looking forward to the next season, which has already been announced is going to be in development. Anyway, I'm rambling on. Don't want to go on. A lot of stuff has been happening here. I don't want to go into too deep into that. It's just me and Tygra here now. Dave's no longer in the picture for many reasons, but so a lot of stuff's been happening, and it's been drawing a lot of my attention. I've been taking a rest. Need to focus more on my health and everything. So once this little shit is bigger, a little bit bigger than they are now, and not quite as squishable, and learns to stay out from underfoot, I will be getting back into the VR stuff. Right now, I just don't want to risk it. I mean, I can just stay in one place. I can do Beat Saber and not walk around. But if I'm doing some other stuff, sometimes I am moving a bit when I do other VR stuff. I can do VR chat. I don't usually move around too much, but Into the Radius, I move around a lot with that. So I don't stand with that because my back, but I do tend to move around with that, and she loves to play with my pants leg, so I don't want to squish her. Anyway, rambling on. I saw the comments in my past Star Citizen video, and take your stupidity somewhere else. I've been a backer of Star Citizen since 2016. So I know the history of the game. I have played the game since 2016 off and on. I don't play it constantly, but I played it off and on since 2016. I see the promise of the game, and all the BS that's out there about it is completely untrue. And so, you can take all that crap and just take it someplace else, because it is not wanted here. Your stupidity isn't wanted here. And everyone else who can appreciate what Cloud Imperium Games is trying to do with Star Citizen, you are more than welcome to stay and watch this video with me. This is being done by For Science. I'm going to put a link to his channel He's got the first of a series of videos, I guess he's going to do, where he's going to have a visual tour of the Stanton system, starting with ArcCorp. And he's done an exceedingly good job with this video. I wish I was nearly as good a video editor as this guy. He's really good. But I'm gonna just watch this video. I'm gonna pause it from time to time to make some comments. This is the first planet that was introduced with 3.0. I believe I did explain some of the history in my past video. I can't remember what I did. So much has happened in the past few weeks, some time since I did that video. A lot of stuff has happened, so my brain is a little bit right now. My brain is usually really low, so but Star Citizen, that was around the time when Star Citizen was transitioning away from being simply a multiplayer mode for the single player game and being its own complete game by itself, and being more an MMO than just a social hub, and not quite as limited. You know, like Starfield, you couldn't land anywhere you wanted. You could only land at certain places, and landing on planets was a cutscene and everything, and the landing zones were really small and limited spaces. Now things are completely different, and they're changing even more now with the next patch coming up, because everything that was developed for Squadron 42, or just about everything, is moving over. They've even been testing Vulcan support, and Vulcan is necessary for another feature that they're wanting to do, actually two. One is the stretch goal. It is the original Kickstarter stretch goal for Linux support and VR. So there's all that. Anyway, let's check out this video. I'll pause it from time to time to talk about some of these places, some of these things that we're going to see in the game. So let's start the video. This is the verse. That's Crusader. The first planet was ArcCorp. That is one of the moons. I think that is Microtech. No, the other one was, these are the moons. I think the other one was Hurston. That might have been Hurston. These space stations have been changed. Oh, that's new. And that was New Babbage. This is ArcCorp. I like how he transitions with the music. Let me go back. Hold on. Okay, this is a new station here. This one's new. This replaced Port Olisar. I forget the name of this new station. I've only stopped at it once. It is huge. It's a huge new station. But it replaced Port Olisar, which was in the game from the very start. Back in, I think, when the game was first playable, before 3.0. When it was just the ships being able to fly around, and Crusader was just a sphere. There was no atmosphere to fly into at that time, so they replaced it with this, which is a full functioning space station with landing bays, no more platform. Well, I think it might still have some platforms on the outside for just gassing up and then leaving, but it has landing bays, the different sizes for different size ships, and it has docking rings for the really big capital ships and everything. So this was recently introduced in orbit of Crusader above Orison. And that's Orison, the cloud city that is in the skies of Crusader. New Babbage on the frozen planet of Microtech. And this is... okay. This is not ArcCorp. This is Hurston. This is Lorville. This is the new Lorville. This is how it looks now. They really expanded this out. And I believe the train ride is a lot longer now than it used to be. And this is the huge office building that's been a part of Lorville for like forever. This was, the look and feel of this was inspired by Blade Runner. Believe it or not, and it actually does match that motif pretty good. And these are like floating platforms above above the spaceport, TISA spaceport. So it's, and this is on ArcCorp. That's Rikers Memorial Spaceport over here. And it now has the cloud tech that was developed for Crusader. ArcCorp. Yep, this was the first planet they introduced that was landable. Can't just land anywhere. There's only one starport, but there are landing pads on buildings all over the place. And I remember seeing the demo of the procedural tools, the procedural sort of paintbrush tools that they developed for building this city. So this is basically Coruscant. This whole thing is basically Coruscant, a whole giant planet-wide city. Area 18, this was originally a very small area. Area 18 was actually very tiny, but they've expanded this out significantly, as you'll see here. There's the tram, floating tram that takes you to different parts of the city. This here is what, this whole area here is what the original Area 18 was. Over here, where this building was, I think there was like a doorway. On the opposite side was the landing platform where your ship would come down and land. And then there was a thing that you would come through, and then you would come into here, and they would have this display here, this holographic image here floating, which is one of the few things that they kept. And a shop would be over here for buying, a shop would be over in this area here for buying parts for your ship. And I think they had like a weapons shop somewhere over here. Everything that you could access for buying stuff and things for your ship and for your personal character were all in this space. And none of the other areas were here before 3.0. After 3.0, this entire space was expanded significantly, and it's even grown even more because of the tramway, because of the hover tramway that comes through. So it takes you to a convention center that it will go to, and then there is the Rikers Memorial starport, and it's called Rikers Memorial because it's named after a backer who passed away. His name was Rikers, and he passed away, and they named it after him because he won't be able to see this game come to fruition. Some of these vendors are beginning to be functional now. And there's the Casaba that used to be in that area. That used to be in the area where you can where you initially landed before 3.0. Over here's Cubby Blast. I believe that's Cubby Blast back over here where that door is. Yep, there's the guns. So this is Cubby Blast. That's where you buy your personal weapons and armor. And back behind the camera is the Easy Hab. It's where you will wake up if you make this your starting point. All the holographic displays. Casaba, sort of clothing outlet. Yep, Cubby Blast, the weapons store. This hasn't changed all that much. Dumpers Depot, that's where you get ship parts. G-Lock, that's the bar. And where is this? I don't know all the area. Oh, yeah, that's on. Yeah, this area, this has been here for a long time. This has been here since I became a backer. It's basically a holographic advertisement for Fizz, sort of like a soda in game. And you walk through, you hear a voice whispering, "It's fresh." You walk through and it looks like it's dripping down onto the ground and bubbling up and everything. It was really cool when I first saw all this. Through, but that was some time ago, and it's still pretty cool for an effect. This is inside the Hab. We will soon get our own. This here, this right here tells when he recorded all this. He recorded it during Invictus, probably last year. Invictus is coming up again. That's the TDD building, and up in here, what's the name of that shop? I forget the name of it, but it's a shop for ship weapons. And back over here was they put in the entrance for, I don't know if it has it in this video. He may not have it in this video. It depends on when he recorded all of this footage. Is the entrance to the hospital where your character wakes up when they are killed. Or no, I'm getting that wrong. The hospital will be over here. This is where you enter the tramway station. This is where the hospital would be. When you go into here, this is where you would go if you wanted to do like trading. If you had like cargo and stuff on your ship. Okay, I remember that. And where is that? Yes, that would be the building, and one of these is really tall, and it has the ship weapons shop. Center Mass. The Center Mass shop. I think this one has a special club in it for people who have donated enormous amounts to the project. I think that there's like a special club up there for them. That's the building right there. Okay. You don't normally get to see this kind of angle. That's the tallest building in Area 18. She's a mission giver. A lawless mission giver. Right there. Dumpers depots where you buy ship parts and you can replace components. That's going to start becoming really important now with engineering coming. This is inside the G-Lock. Yep, you'll be able to see the tramway, the tram going. Oh, this is inside Center Mass. This is the weapons shop. This is where you would go if you were selling cargo. It's sort of like a trade and stock market thing. Okay, this is the station. And oh, one thing about this hologram, it is it's an actual live projection of a actual character, NPC character standing there, because we've seen it T-posing once. Tygra said he saw it T-posing, and I think I saw it in a different position before. It's been a while, but it's a projection of a live NPC standing somewhere, probably in a box somewhere off screen, below all of this, maybe below where they put everything here in the game world. But it's a live projection. It's not just a graphic that they just put here, but a live projection, which is pretty interesting. And these trams come regularly. It'll take you, these will take you to the starport, and the ones on the other side, they will take you to the starport and to the convention center. Okay, here's Rutgers Memorial. On the opposite side of this are the ASOP terminals for calling up your ship. Those have been moved, and also they're going to have some new terminals here, where you can actually access your because they're changing how you access your inventory, access the stuff. So if this is your home port, this place is your home port where you start out at, you'll have a terminal where you can access your stuff and get it out of storage. And then the ASOP terminals were moved. Actually, they were moved some time ago. They used to be on the opposite side of this wall. They were moved some time ago and put near the elevators. We'll see if his recording counts that. How long ago he recorded this. And oh, there they are. Okay, so he's recorded it since they moved the ASOP terminals from here to over here near the elevators. And then over here are the windows where you can actually see ships launching. In fact, you'll see that in the video. And there's a Connie in one of the hangars. He's about to take off. The hangars have been delayed. They want to get them, and the instance hangars and the cargo elevators have been delayed to a 3.23x patch, but they want to get them all correct. They want to make sure that it's right before they release it to live. And that's an actual port. That was the ship that actually launched out of that hangar. And traveling in that tram, there's no loading screen anywhere in this. Entering this ship and launching out of that bay. That docking bay wasn't a loading screen either, and leaving the atmosphere is not a loading screen either. This is all real-time travel. Actually, real-time travel through the game world. Not real-time travel, but real. You get what I mean. Bajini Point. This is the space station that's been above here since the beginning. Since the beginning of 3. Oh, that was a rough landing. What did you do? Oh, that was a rough landing. These platforms, they still have them, but they've replaced them with bays because people keep... This is there. I've been here quite a few times. I've been here. This is the cargo. This is the cargo level. I've been here. I believe this is in the bar. Cargo services. You can buy gear here. You can buy some armor. Let me back this up a little bit. Yeah, if I'm correct, I might be wrong. I haven't been here in a while. This is the environmental gear that you would need for like high temperature places, high temperature moons and locations. So it's for mining. It's not for combat, but it's for mining. The whole suit, unlike the regular spacesuits, which is like an undersuit, which is what this character is wearing right now, is just an undersuit, and then you would put armor over top of it. This one is the undersuit and the armor all in one, with the helmet. And also backpack is separate. These are the terminals. This is the area outside the food court. This is the bar. I don't forget the name. I don't think the bar has a name on the station. This is the food court with the holographic display up here. Each of them are different on each of the different space stations. You can get food for your character down here. This is juice bar. This place is not working yet unless you just get drinks. I think it might have some food stuff you can get. They're still hammering out that mechanic of needing to eat and drink. They haven't even introduced hygiene yet. That's supposed to be something that they're going to do. Walla, one of the moons of ArcCorp. It's just a crashed ship, one of many you can find all throughout the system. You can find boxes, you can find cargo here. They used procedural paintbrush tools to build the surfaces of these worlds. They're going to introduce the third iteration of the planet tech for building planets. This is one of the locations on the moon's surface where you can deliver packages, pick packages up. A lot of these are going to be changing. I've seen these crystals on the ground. All this is real-time travel. Luria. I haven't been there that often. This is a moon with an atmosphere. I've been mostly to Walla. I haven't been to Luria all that much. I have to say one thing. Their terrain design is quite stunning in this game. and I'm really interested in seeing what Planet Tech 3 is going to be like. Outpost in a large crater here. Again, some more delivery missions. They're going to be doing more than just delivery missions in the game. They're beginning to build out that gameplay now. That's what the whole big complexes they're building are for. Are to be quest hubs. I know this ship. This is a Pisces. I've got one of these. 2 seats here, and then these are cargo spaces. Yep, it's Pisces. This map, this is going away. This whole thing is built with Flash. A lot of things in this game were built with Flash. They're as just placeholders. Patch 323, they're getting rid of this and bringing in the final version that is building blocks, and they called it something else. I forgot what they called it. It's what they used for Squadron 42. It's all Squadron 42 features. And the map, this map is going to be completely different. It's going to have it's going to be able to put a mini map up on the screen. It's going to be live. And all the maps will be live of areas you're at, in the interiors of ships, in the interiors of buildings. It's going to be a live environment map, and you'll be able to see changes if anything changes happen, you'll see them live on the map. But all this is going away. This has been really janky, the way it works, and sometimes charting a quantum jump is next to impossible occasionally, because this thing is so janky. And the new map is going to be a lot better. Be able to pull down a list of locations and be able to lock on to them. And with master modes coming, and with being able to do quantum boost in any direction without having to lock onto a location, that's going to change a lot of things in this game. And also the effects for quantum jumps are going to change too. And that was part 1. It doesn't have part 2 done, but that's going to be, don't know when that's going to be coming. It's got no announcements on exactly how long that will take, but when he has the next one out, I will definitely do a reaction video on it and talk about it. But now this is some amazing work CIG has done with this game. The level of detail they put into ArcCorp, and they're going to be changing this. Changing the scaling of buildings, because these are supposed to be, you're supposed to be able to enter a lot of these. And so their scaling is not quite right, so they're going to be working on the scaling of these buildings, changing some of the scaling. I think they might have already done that. I know they did it for when they built up Hurston, when they built up Lorville, which that's likely going to be the next destination, because Lorville is the second planet added in the game. He's likely going to go there. And the new Lorville, the buildings are scaled properly to be enterable, for you to be able to go into them. They don't have that yet, but they're that's one of the plans, is to be able to go all throughout the city and all throughout here, because this isn't here on ArcCorp. This is an entire planet that's nothing but city. So there's a lot that they could do. Like, you could land on one of the rooftop landing pads, take an elevator down, and there would be places down there for quests, things for your character to do. Maybe you have a maintenance mission, or you go down into, the lower levels. I mean, this is a thing just a lot like Coruscant. They could have sub-levels. You go down there, and maybe the sub-levels are not an armistice zone, and you go down, your weapons are live, and you're able to fight criminals down there. You're able to fight, animals that have gotten loose down there. I mean, who knows what this planet used to be before it was built up into a city? Who knows what might be down underneath this city in the underlevels? Who knows what's down there? Who knows what might be living down there? And you could run into them, because we know animals are coming. I've seen the video of the creatures. They've got these dog-like creatures that are on Hurston, and I think they've got some other ones that are on Microtech. They've got the Yetis on Microtech, which they haven't shown yet, and they have shown the whales in Crusader, in the skies of Crusader, the floating whales. They've shown the there's the cattle-like creatures. They've shown those on Microtech. So they are bringing creatures. So there could be something living below the surface in the sub-levels of ArcCorp, and you have to go down there and clear them out. Or there are criminals down there that you have to take down and capture and bring back. Some NPC criminal groups down there. There's all sorts of things that they could do with this, all sorts of gameplay. Raids. They're bringing raids to the game. They could have sites that are sites for raids. You go down there, and there is a huge sub-level area with a gang down there that you have to take down. Or there was a terrorist group like the Xenothreat group, something like them down there that you have to take on. Or there's like a drug ring down there, which that NPC that I said was a quest giver, she's a criminal, and she has you delivering drugs and stuff. Maybe there's a criminal gang down there, or a criminal faction. Maybe you're a pirate and you're working with a criminal faction down there, so you take quests from them. There's an enormous amount of things that they could do. This planet is literally a blank slate of gameplay that they could do with it. And it's going to take them time to build it. They've been... The reason why this game has been taking so long is because the tech that makes this game even possible, one, didn't exist, and two, is really, really, really hard to develop. And it's just now starting to actually function. Server meshing is starting to work. The persistence is now starting to work. And they got Vulkan coming. They've got the new render in place. So this game development takes a long time. Most games like this take 10 years to develop or more. There are some games that have taken at least 10 years to develop. And so Star Citizen has been in development for that long, and maybe it's going to be in development for a couple of years more. However long it takes to get it done. I'm not going to buy into the whole bullshit that, it's never going to come out. Duh, duh. No, I'm not going to buy into that. Go away. Go away, little child. This is not Star Atlas. The Star Atlas is a scam. Star Citizen is not. Deal with it. Go away. Anyway, this has been my reaction to For Sciences, A Visual Tour of Star Citizen in 4K, Part 1, ArcCorp. And when he releases the next video, I will do yet another reaction. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all next time.